We are. Oh, shoot.
The 3 cameras is so weird.
No, you can't see me out the third one.
I know, you can't see me out of this one, so it's like just 2 cameras.
Oh, my gosh.
We have not recorded a solo podcast since the mission trip like 2 years ago.
Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like 1 year. We took
yeah.
We didn't do this for a while.
We didn't do it.
And now we're staying, see, I got to look at this one. We're staying extra consistent now. Now we had to record this episode impromptu to make sure we stay with the quota. The goal this year, 1 episode every weekend.
But that's the beauty about being married is we can just, you don't have anybody, hey, let's record something. We just come on in.
I'm actually blown away. We've probably been setting up for how long?
Setting up what?
Like setting
this
this
whole
up for
thing?
how long?
Like close to an hour.
Yeah.
I feel like.
It's kind of a Hail Mary. With the setup, I try to get it where I can see the screens because I've had issues in the past where, as you know, things stop, phones die, storage.
Yeah.
So this is a Hail Mary. I hope that by the end of this, all 3 of these devices are still.
Hopefully, because I cleared, like, what's 17,000 plus 67,000?
Oh, God. 17 plus 60?
67.
67?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, quick math.
74, like 84,000.
84,000 messages I deleted from my iPad in hopes that...
No, it'll be enough. It'll be enough. We just have to keep the episode to 20 minutes. But we'll be good. It's like... No. Shout out to Miguel. You left your microphone here, so
we're using it.
We're using it, and it's working.
Thanks.
My guy, it's working.
Appreciate it.
It's just that I asked God for equipment. I said, Lord, I need something.
And he left it here.
And Miguel left his microphone.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, you're not getting it back. Much love and guidance.
No. He's getting it back. We're not thieves.
Permanent borrowing is not stealing.
Or maybe he won't. Well, we'll see if he really watches the podcast, because if he doesn't, he'll never know.
You can't just don't be the type of person. If you're on the pod, don't just watch the episodes you're on. Come on, guys. That's just selfish. Watch them all. Watch all the episodes, please. But we're here to talk about something important. Oh, you know what? I think the washer's going and like picked it up. Because like you set it down and simultaneously all I heard was, ooh. I was like, what just happened? But I thought it was the Stanley.
But the washer's done. It might have been the Stanley. Is it still going?
No, it's done now.
Okay. It was definitely that because the washer's done.
But we're here to talk about one thing. So we are, how many months now? 10?
10 months.
9, 10?
It'll be 10 months on the 12th.
10 months into our first and last ever marriage, guys.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say our first and last year of marriage. I was like, excuse me.
And we want to just share all the things that we've gone through thus far. Hopefully it could be a benefit. You know, we got friends who are starting dating, friends who are
getting married
soon.
Which is so exciting.
So, we're the pioneers. Sorry,
no.
We're not the pioneers. But no, we want to share, at least I want to give my perspective as a guy, and then you can give your perspective as la woman. Because
what did you just say?
La woman.
Oh, I was like, what?
Because it's definitely not easy. It's definitely a lot of challenges, but
it's a shift.
As of right now, granted, we have baby on the way because got to it too quick. I don't know.
No, the Lord just had the Lord's plans. Okay.
Big facts.
That's all.
Was not our plans. Shout out to Sally when you see this. Shout out to that being her name.
Oh yeah, nobody knows. People don't. Okay. Some people don't know her name.
If y'all are watching this, you get the blessing of knowing the name, because guess what? You watched this. We're averaging like 25 people. So if you're one of those 25, thank you. If you made it this far, double thank you. I'll let you reveal her name.
Oh, her name. It's going to be Selimar Grace Martinez. Oh, okay. Let me say it again. Selimar Grace Martinez is going to be her name. It's so weird to talk to the camera, not you, because it's like...
Yeah, just kind of like switch between, because there'll be moments where we're looking at each other, and then I'll cut to that angle, and then there'll be moments where you're like, this is what you need to do, and then I'll figure it out in post. It'll be fun.
Okay.
What is your overall, if you had to sum up marriage as a whole from what you've experienced firsthand, what would you sum it up as?
What would I sum it up as? Like one word kind of thing? Or?
Do like, you know when you get voted out in Mafia, you get 3 words before you leave the island?
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
No.
I keep looking at the laptop like the laptop's
the laptop
camera,
is not the camera. Wait, okay, ask the question again.
It doesn't have to be 3 words, but a sentence to just describe in one go, what marriage has been like.
Marriage, it's been a really beautiful experience to just learn to live with somebody else. Even though like we're such the same person, Facts. We're also very different in things. And so just like learning each other's little quirks and learning kind of what annoys one another and how to try not to push those buttons, give each other space when we need space. Because we're together all the time.
We work together.
We literally work together.
We live together. It's just like...
But I like the fact that we can enjoy everything together, but we can also be together but be doing our separate things. Like I can be upstairs doing my thing, you can be down here doing your thing, and it's not like we're fine.
We're not nagging each other the whole day.
No.
Or even at work, it's like I'll be in my office doing my thing.
Yeah.
She's handling her responsibilities. We have lunch together. We watch Modern Family.
Yeah. So it's not like, so it's like, because I feel like some people are like, oh, you're with each other all the time. You don't get tired of each other. Well, no, because we also know how to be independent together, which is fun.
Yeah. The only thing, she's not fully bought into the basketball yet.
What do you mean?
Because I cut it back a little bit for you.
You cut basketball back?
Oh, yeah. Like watching.
Watching basketball? Yeah. I like watching certain basketball programs, like
basketball.
The Next Chapter.
Next Chapter, Scotty. We're gonna.
I'm actually starting to like the other ones that you've been watching because it's entertaining. Okay. It's not like I'm like, I hate basketball.
Nah, respect.
I don't want to watch it all the time. What about you though? What has marriage been for you?
It has been like. How can I put this? It's been a fun challenge. That's what I would describe it as. I feel like I have tried to like be one step ahead in the sense of stepping up to the plate and putting my best foot forward in order to help, because we help each other a lot. Mm-hmm. I would say this: when you got 2 people who are like consistently putting in effort. And I've said this in the beginning. It's easy on those hard days because you know that we're both kind of giving it all that we got. I try to self-examine, and if I know that she's getting stuff done, I try to get stuff done, and I know you do the same thing, vice versa. And then there's days she's not feeling too hot, and I step it up. If I gotta wake up, do a little bit of cleaning, do a little bit of cooking, I do that for her. And on days I'm not feeling too hot, She does it for me, like, without question. So I think having the willingness to put yourself to the side and step up to the plate, because we're both consistently doing it.
And I think the ability to just kind of read each other, like, without, like, we don't even have to say too much. It's like, okay, he's clearly either tired or, like, when you absolutely wrecked your knee, I was just like, I wasn't feeling too hot either, like, in terms of pregnancy is tough. But
that was a great camera look right there.
Thank you. But I knew, I'm like, okay, he's obviously in a lot of pain and struggling, so I got to kind of force myself to do a little more. Yeah.
Honestly, first year of marriage, very crazy. Kind of thinking back, I more so for me in terms of work, because I've within 1 year I've worked 3 different jobs.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
3 different like industries.
3 different industries, because we
it's crazy.
We got back off the honeymoon, and I hated the moving thing, and I tried to go the entrepreneurial route, and it just did not. It was very unwise. Didn't really pray about it. Kind of jumped into it. I'm just glad that we stayed afloat.
Yes, me too.
And you supported me through it. And then I kind of was like, okay, here's the cutoff. I'm going to start. And then I'm just glad that God kind of gave me an out, because I definitely tried to take it upon myself to make certain things happen, and, you know, you make a hasty decision, and definitely not always the best. But I mean, I ended up going back to the moving company, but they had a position open in their Brunswick office for a couple of weeks. Every morning I'm driving in 55 minutes to get all the way out to Brunswick, Ohio, which if you live in Elyria, it's not a bad drive. 30 minutes on the turnpike, but I live on the east side. It's 20 minutes to the turnpike. So now, you know, it's a long drive. But I did that for a minute. Then just got back into moving, and then moving was terrible. I was back at the Elyria shop, and then I got to work with Oscar Mobile Detail. Shout out Oscar Mobile Detail. Did that for what, like 2 months?
Yeah.
And then God gave me the alley-oop to go work with my lovely wife,
which came in perfect timing, because I think like within a week of you working there is when we found out that I was pregnant.
Big facts.
And so that's been
that's been nuts.
Very
you
nuts.
know, as much as in those times, like the 2 men days, that schedule was crazy. You know what I'm saying? If you are so down bad and you're like, man, I see that job description, don't do it. Okay. Don't do it.
The pay looks great.
It was a very, I was used to it. Luckily, when I started doing it, I was able to acclimate to that lifestyle, because we weren't married yet, and I was still kind of doing my own thing. So I had a little bit of liberty to do that, but I can't even imagine doing that full time now with the baby on the way.
Me neither.
Because shoot, I might not even be home right now. No, it's Sunday. No, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
I might not even be home right now if I was still working that other job. So
yeah, and as much as I hated that job, I do have to thank God for that job, because we got majority of our furniture through
this chair was free.
That job.
There was a lot of stuff.
We got a lot of stuff. A lot of great stuff.
We like furnished, I want to say 80% of our house with all the things that we were just saving up from me working there, which shout out Mariah's mom, Marilyn. She let us keep everything in her garage and in her shed.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Meantime. That was funny when we cleared all that stuff out, because I wanted to clear out your shed.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the podcast studio. Was that was a terrible day.
And then he got stung by a bee twice in a row.
It was, I felt the first one and I was like, did I just get stung? Like, I didn't realize it. I was like, did I just get stung? It's like, oh my God. And then I felt another. I was like, oh, I got stung.
He ran from the garage down the driveway and across the street to get away from that bee.
I was livid. Mariah's mom got home as soon as I'm like jumping crisis. Out of the backyard, like, like I just got stung by 2 bees back to back. And then her mom was like, did you get stung by a bee? I'm like, what do you think, Marilyn? And I ran to the front of the house, just mad. I just got stung twice for no reason. I'm cleaning out this stupid shed.
I don't think we went back into the shed.
No, we never did. We threw those canisters in there to get the wasp. I think Brandon threw the canisters in there. Mm-hmm. Never went back. Shed's empty to this day.
Unless Brandon put more stuff in it.
Yeah, they filled that up with Funkos. Thanks. But yeah. that was crazy. So yeah, getting everything over here, it was a blessing. I mean, I literally had access to a box truck for a couple of months, and every time I had something, I would just bring it home. Over. And that was a blessing. Yeah, I've learned this year. When Paul talks about I've learned to live with a lot and live with a little, just whatever circumstance you find yourself in. To me, that's what this year has been, is acclimating to just going with the flow, letting God, putting God first in everything and making the most of each and every situation, and finding that he makes a way every single time. It's not even funny. So, I just continue to give him praise and glory, because this year has been tough. But it's been definitely worth it.
Yeah, and I think going back to like the seeking God like first, I think that's it plays such a huge role in marriage, because like I feel like you and I are both very dependent on God, and I think it's made everything what it is, because it's like, for example, like when you weren't working, like if I had been just like solely dependent on you, and in that sense, like that sounds bad, but if I had been just like dependent on you and not as dependent and trusting on God, then I probably would have freaked out. But I think that because we both trust God with everything first, it's what's really helped everything.
Help keep us afloat. And that's super important. Every marriage has to be like that. Like I have to be focused on pleasing God first. Same thing for you. And when we both do that, he literally kind of bridges all these gaps that we have, whether it's bad decision making, fear, doubt. We just do everything to try and honor God. And then you look back at everything that we were able to accomplish, and you can't tell me that God hasn't been.
Yeah, literally, you can't. Nobody can tell me that it hasn't
even
been
like
bad.
How we got this house. Is just a crazy process. We visited a couple. House buying is very difficult. You need to be very patient and willing to look and to put in an offer, and that offer gets squandered. My advice to everybody that when you get to that stage is just pray super heavy and trust that whatever house makes its way to you, that that's the one that God wants for you, and that's the one that he allows you to have. Because there was times that we were going to settle heavy for Bun's house.
Just to get into a house,
and it was never going to be worth it. And then we got to this one we overlooked multiple times.
Yeah, I'm glad that we had both of our parents, like your mom and your dad and my mom, involved in the process, because they were kind of like, don't just settle, like looking at all the houses with us, because we like that we're random Elyria house. We could afford it. It's a house, we can afford it. Let's just put in an offer.
Bro, that house is in Elyria. It had 2 separate bathrooms. We were like, oh, this is fire. One was purple, one was blue, and we thought this was great. It was a 2-bedroom house. I mean, one floor, right?
I think it was just one story.
It was weird, and we were so excited.
But it was a minute away from Duncan.
Oh my gosh.
So
why not? But in Elyria, who would live in Elyria? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's just not.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to the people, the natives, the Elyria natives. But anyways, so this house, it wasn't on our radar. It came up, but we're like,
came up several times. Nah. Our realtor was like, hey, how about this one? And I was like, no.
Yeah, literally. And when the day that we saw this house in person, we're finally kind of like, all right, well, let's go look at it. We probably had like 6 other houses.
Yeah, we had a lot of showings lined up that day.
And we saw this one, and we're like, yep, this is the one.
Literally.
Like, you just knew.
We didn't even. We were like, let's just cancel the rest of the showings. I think we saw that one house before this one, and then this was the second one. We were just like,
1,000%. It was so crazy. What's so great about the way God does things is this is why you got to let God do things. Is one, because when it came to our house, I'm praying about Mariah. I'm praying about the house, right? So God got to answer my prayer. I'm like, you know what I want. And sometimes I don't even know what I want. God knows things that I haven't even thought of yet that he knows I would like. Mariah's praying for the house. My mom's praying for the house. My dad's praying for the house. Her mom, her dad, everybody's locked in. They have their own things that they're crying out to God for. I talked to my dad about this, like in the whole process. It's like, I'm sure, you and mom didn't want us to move to another city, like far away. As a parent, you're fearful of like, man, where are our kids going to end up? Like, are we going to have them close to home? Mm-hmm. And God hears all the prayers. You got to understand that, you pray for something, but it's not just your prayer that's getting taken into account. So why trusting God is so important, because there's going to be some divine timing and divine outcomes that come, because he's the one that put it all together.
Yeah.
So with this house being a comfortable distance away from my parents, I love you guys, but we are a comfortable distance away.
3 minutes. No, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes is comfortable enough. But
and
yeah.
it's only like from my mom's house, only like 10 minutes. 10 minutes
minutes
from my sister. So like everybody's within like 10 minutes maximum.
It's great. And you know, like I said, I'm sure your parents didn't want us to go far. And you got to trust God when it comes down to these things. And when we saw the house, I mean, I was blown away. I was like, oh, this house is so cool. I had never seen a split level home. I was like, this is awesome. There's like banisters, super cool. Chandelier, super cool. 3 bedrooms. The island in the kitchen.
Yeah, it was just like, it just made the most sense.
It had like everything, and the way that we're using it now is just so perfect.
Yeah.
The backyard, it just had so many things that I'm just like, this is awesome. And you know, we put in our offer, and the next day it went
Literally,
through.
I think we put an offer that night, and at 6 a.m, our realtor texted and was like, they accepted your offer, which was like crazy in and of itself because we had put in, I think, 2 offers prior to that. The first one was just a bust, but it was way out of our price range anyway. We would have not been able to afford that. The second one we should have gotten because our realtor was good friends with the listing agent. And our realtor and the listing agent literally told her, if you have them offer this much and do this, that, and the third, like, they'll absolutely pick your offer. Like, it should have been.
That house was it was a cute little house.
It was a cute little house.
It definitely doesn't compare to this one.
No, it doesn't compare to this one.
But
I think it was right in the middle of like what we really wanted and settling. Like, it was right in the middle.
Yeah. I liked the street it was on.
I liked the street. It was nice and
out
tucked
of like
away.
everything that we had seen, it was good. Cool.
And we should have gotten it by like all logic. And when we didn't, it's like, that has to be God.
Yeah, God said,
He
just
said
stop.
he said no.
Just stop.
He said this is not the one.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's a good point for everything in life. You got to push just enough, but don't overdo it when trying to get things to go your way. You got to fight. You got to move. You got to try. You got to put forth effort, right? How are you going to show that you have faith or that you trust God or that you're willing to do anything if you don't put in a little bit of effort? But when it's not going the way it needs to go, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to initially give up. I think, you know, we should push through adversity and try our best. But when it's starting to become at the cost of other things that God has given you, you know, you're not able to make it to church. You're failing your spouse in your relationship. You're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not being there for them. Then it's like, okay, we need to... the price of what you're trying to get is starting to go up a little bit too much. So it's like you got to take a step back. And that's how it was for me, you know, with trying to pursue those entrepreneurial ventures when we got back from the honeymoon. I had in my mind, it's like, okay, if this is not jumping by X time, then I give up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just what it was. You know, I had a couple stints this year where, you know, a week or two without work. And, you know, I came home and tear all this down. You know, I was like, man, I'm not. If I'm home, my wife is out working.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be home doing nothing. Every day you came home, a different project was completed. I made sure.
Yeah, no, literally. And even when like, cause wasn't there was like some sort of stint when we had first gotten the house. I think you hurt your back, and you were out of work. He has hurt a lot of things so far this year.
I have.
You hurt your back, and you were
still
out of
get
work.
Buckets. I still get them, but anyway.
For a couple of weeks, and I think like for some reason your mom didn't work either, or there was something where you and your mom just were able to get so much done here.
I don't remember her, but
I swear she was a part of it though.
Either way, my back was
She had a
fried.
couple of days where she was able to just, like, you guys were able to, like, tape everything off.
Because was the government shut down?
Was it?
I don't know.
It was something.
But yeah, my back hurting was just stupid. I made it worse, but anyways, that's a whole separate story. But anyways, shout out to the sponsor of today's episode, T Cuts. My guy Miguel, he's getting people right. As you can see, I was looking real dusty. He's doing his thing. He's making me look great, getting me cleaned up, ready to go for the show. If you want to look great, hit my man up. I got the link in the description. You can book now with his website.
So parenthood.
Finding out we were pregnant.
Finding out we were pregnant.
Finding out that we were gonna have a kid.
That was a whole doozy. That was a whole thing.
So, okay, what... I'm trying to think, because you were feeling symptoms, but you were kind of like,
I was... Things were happening. Certain, like, random changes were happening. And obviously, I was late by a few days, which has happened, and it's been fine.
Yeah.
But, like, it was like that in tandem with a few other things that were going on. And so I was like, oh, maybe I should take a test and just see. And then Angie got me a test. She got me the clear blue test. And I was going to wait until... I think we were going to wait like a day because it was like going to be a certain amount of time that I was late before we took the test. But I think we were just like, let's just take it.
She found out without me, but just so you know.
Okay, no. You keep misinterpreting that.
She's nosy. She can't help herself.
The line showed up right away.
Don't look at it. Just I don't know how the test works. Do what you do.
You don't know how the test works. There was no way I could have. I just saw it and I was like maybe, but I thought that it was maybe part of like, cause like there's like the control line to make sure you're doing the right thing. And then there's the test line. And I thought, okay, maybe it's just part of the control because there's no way it showed up that fast. And it
pregnant.
Sure enough.
Yeah. So she came out and was like, okay, we got to look at the test. I'm like, nah, you know what? Forget it. Let's just go to church. She's like, no, we have to look. Why? Because she had saw the line, started to form. So she kind of already had an inclination, a preview of what was happening. So I was like, all right, let's go do it. I was super nervous. And, you know, we go look. And those lines, is it one line or two lines?
It's two lines.
Them lines were there, let me tell you.
And that line was dark blue.
We stood there, we're just
I was very pregnant.
We were like, what do we do? It's like 6:30, church is at 7:30.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We're like, we didn't know who to tell. We're like, because then we're like, oh, well, do we do like a cool, you know, the trendy videos where we tell everybody in a fun way? But we need to tell somebody. What do we do? Do we go to a doctor? Do we not go to a doctor? There were so many things. And then you ended up telling Michaela. I ended up telling Angel. And then that by the end of the week, everybody knew.
But yeah, because there was no way I could hold it.
You can't.
I could not. And this is a whole different thing. But people kept telling me, you shouldn't tell people so early because what if? But like I cannot keep a secret, first of all.
But here's the thing, like, where's the faith at in that, man?
Oh, that's what I said. That was my argument. I was like, because I had saw a post that was similar to that where it's like, you know, and to each their own. Everybody does what they want to do and what they're comfortable with.
Big facts.
Me, I just love sharing and telling people and all that stuff. And so, but it's like, it's not like I'm just telling people to like tell people. I'm telling people that I know that, okay, if the worst happened in that beginning period of time, I have people that are there to support me and pray for me and pray with me. Again, to each their own. But I know that me, if I did have to go through that, I would not want to go through that alone. Like, I would want the people that we told, like, I'd want them
I feel like
with me.
Those crazy things in life, like, you need people to be there for you. Like, it's just impossible to do it by yourself. But yeah, having, you know, that's always been like a, you know, an underlying fear. But you can't, you know, we had that in the Bible study, you know, do not fear. And that's something that we definitely had to walk in. You know, we experienced the whole summer about dealing with fears. And then now we have a high stakes scenario because it's easy to live kind of safe and passive. It's like, okay, you know, if I don't get into too many things, I ain't got to worry about too many things. And that's fine. But the scariest part when it comes to, fear is when the stakes are high. You know, we talk about the Bible study. I got to be okay with whichever the two options God picks. In some scenarios, I'm okay with both. You know, it's like, all right, God, should I get the Chipotle bowl? Or maybe I don't. It's like, you know what? I'm okay with either. And then something more serious. It's like, all right, God, I'm about to have a child, you know. whether she stays with us or whether she doesn't, like, that's
just, like,
really
have
hard.
to, yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm not about to spend the next 9 months not, you know, acting like the worst is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, you might as well go acting like the best is going to happen and have faith that God's going to make a way. And, you know, you roll with whatever happens when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to preemptively instill fear upon myself, because it doesn't make sense. Why am I going to try and solve problems that don't exist? And I feel like that's where most anxiety and stress quite literally stems from, because I'm worried about things that aren't even in the radar. You know, I'm trying to play God and think about every single option. I'm not omniscient. I don't know everything. I'm not going to think of every possible situation. You know, like occasionally when I'm driving, do I think, man, what happens if somebody hits us? Then Mariah's rumbled up. Then we got to go somewhere. What if something happens? We got all this silly snow and ice. What if she slips? What if she falls? I think about that. You know, I don't ponder upon it over and over. Like,
but the thought definitely crosses.
It crosses my mind, but I can't linger on it. You know, and I gotta take, you know, walk her to the car, open the door for her when it's a little bit icy. I bought her some boots. Okay, a half size
traction.
Up. Didn't realize how big her feet were gonna get, how swollen her feet were gonna get. Every morning I gotta put these boots on because there's no zipper, but they're very great. Columbia boots, look them up, they're nice. And you know what? That's had a little bit more traction. How you said the Uggs, they don't got traction.
Zero traction.
If you're pregnant, don't wear Uggs. Okay, we know people personally have fell in Uggs, and we've seen the Instagram videos with the Uggs. So I do what I can. You know what I mean? I put the salt out. I shovel, if it's a little icy, you know what I'm saying? Drop her off at the door. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? That's where I gotta trust God, because I'm a person, you know. I don't have all that understanding, and that's really where when you start to get better at trusting God and realizing, okay, in the areas that I can't control, that I can't see, that I don't know, that's where God is fighting for me, right? Me and my 23 years of age, you and your 24 years of age.
24.
Hey, I'm married to an older woman.
By 2 months, everybody. 2 months.
No, but anyways.
2 months.
But it's just like, I gotta do what I can do, what I know to do, make the best decision I can. Every day I'm asking God wisdom, discernment, understanding. Help me make good decisions. I'm gonna make the best decision I can make. Some people might think, oh, you could have did this better, you could have did that better. Cool, awesome. I did what I thought was the best decision, and I gotta just trust that God, you know, bridges that gap of you know, where I could have been mistaken in certain aspects. But I'm never gonna abuse God's love, mercy, and grace in the sense of just, oh, guess what? God's gonna protect me. Yeah. I'm driving reckless, or you know, I don't have to worry about her. I don't have to do that. No, it's like, you can't. I already thought about it. You gonna get caught up more now. Once you think about it, it's like, now I gotta do it, because you were responsible. You know, it's like you know that there's a certain risk involved with doing or not doing said thing. So you gotta just you know. Yeah. Make good decisions.
And this process too has helped me so much in my faith, like, and in trusting God, because I was scared. Like, when I saw those 2 lines, I was actually like, mortified. Very scared. Because, like, I saw my sister go through child loss multiple times. I know my mom has gone through it. Like, I've had, like, family members go through all this stuff, and I'm like, okay.
And then that's the thing, right? This is how, like, we complement each other, because, like, her side, there's all that, and then, like, on my side, I mean, granted, I guess there has been some troubles with birth, but, like, for example, my dad, he shared a story with me. You know, when he was born, the doctor basically told my grandma's like, you know, where there's complications, it's either going to be you or him, and they both made it out. So then, you know, we both come with different perspectives.
Totally different perspectives.
Two totally different perspectives to this scenario. And it's like, okay, well, what do we go with? You know what I mean? I'm not going to hound on her. It's like, no, it's not. You don't need to be worried about that, because that's not true. And then, you know, she doesn't get on me like, no, this happens. You have to understand this happens. Like, we both just have to trust God with whatever happens. You know what I mean?
And it's helped me get into the word a lot more too, and just like recognizing that at the end of the day he is sovereign and in control, because my problem has always been I want control. Like I want to be able to, I do, like genuinely I want to be able to control things. Not you, come on. I want to be able to, like, I want to know the outcome of everything. I cannot control this. Like, this is all just the child that is developing inside of me is not me. Like, it's my body, but like God has, like how the Bible says, you knit me together in my mother's womb. Like, God is literally forming this child, and the symptoms that come about it, all the things, like I have no control. I barely have control over what I eat.
So many symptoms.
And
control over what she eats. I try every day. I'm the idea guy, okay? God gives me ideas. I come up with things, and I'm like, how about this? How about that? Would this work for you? Would that work for you? No.
Yeah, it's tough.
We work. I give her 100 ideas. She says, no, that doesn't sound good to me. I want Taco Bell.
But anyways.
Taco Bell.
As I was saying.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh my God, a Crunchwrap Supreme sounds so good.
I told you. I can't, bro. I promise. You sit down, you meal prep, you make recipes, you find recipes. You cook for 2 hours.
But like I said, it's not something I have control over.
Just for her to say, you know what? I don't have control over this. I want Taco Bell.
I don't, and it's hard. And I'm not, it's not like I sit here and I'm not mean to you.
No, she's not mean at all.
Okay.
So
I am, what? Anyways, I'm more emotional. I cry more than I get.
Oh my gosh.
Mad.
Yeah, facts. Cue the clip. It's like,
there's clips.
The one where I was trolling you for the office.
Oh my gosh.
If I have that, I'm 1,000% putting that in there.
Go ahead, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, and it's like, but like in the beginning and stuff, I was super scared, and then, okay, like the first appointment, everything went well, and the way the enemy works, okay, these other thoughts come into my head of like just being super cynical, like, okay, this is going good, but then like, what if this, that, and the third, or why is everything going so well, like, kind of waiting for the next shoe to drop. And it's terrible. It is a terrible way to live. But that's what the enemy wants. He wants to take a hold of my mind. And I just have to keep like, take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. Remembering that, you know, he will guard our mind and hearts in the, you know, the peace. I'm paraphrasing a lot. But
the Mariah version.
Yeah. But, you know, his peace that surpasses all understanding. All of that stuff, like just constantly like reminding myself of that, because it is scary. Even the idea of childbirth, like I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit. I'm coming to more terms with it, but there is a part of me that's like, I have to give birth to a child.
I tell her it's simple. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Every woman just clicked off of this video and went straight to the comment section.
No, don't get on me. I'm just kidding. Guys, come on.
But no, it's definitely helped me become more dependent on God and his strength, because even just like things like going to church, sometimes they're like, it's like really hard because like I just want to sleep, and like, but at the same time, I don't want to. Can you hear Chico?
Yeah.
Aw. Our puppy is upstairs.
He's upstairs. He's been a bad boy. He comes out here. This basement is not the cleanest. He pees. He grabs whatever little
and
rubble
eats
is
a bunch
on the
of stuff.
ground. We can't do anything. And now he's upstairs crying. Maybe he has to use the restroom.
Maybe we'll be up there soon. It's okay.
We got another hour.
Another hour?
How do we possibly wrap up this story? It's getting so good.
We'll wrap it up. Don't worry.
All right, man.
But anyways, eventually we'll wrap it up. But speaking of rap, I really want a Crunchwrap Supreme. But anyways, like I was saying, there's so many things that you can worry about. It's like at some point you just have to realize, like, remember, like, there's no point in sitting here and thinking about, because I mean the thoughts of, will I be a good mom? Like, will I be able to be a good mom? Will I raise this child correctly? There's so many crazy things going on in the world. Like,
oh my
why
gosh.
now?
The parenting rabbit hole of from what they eat with to what they eat to what shots they get to clamping
there's
the
so many
umbilical cord
decisions.
to what they wear to the fabric to the
and
stroller.
if you get caught up in absolutely every single thing, you will make yourself crazy and broke. Because you can't afford it. You kind of have to choose the lesser of the two evils, because there's so much, which, you know, we have access to so much more information now, but
pros and cons, because now I'm freaking out.
Now I'm freaking out because it's like, what's the right decision for my child?
Yeah,
you know,
it's tough, but honestly, you know, I want to say thank you. I don't know who's watching this, but we've had so much support from the people around us, and I attribute that to our just God. You know what I mean, and our obedience to God. I feel like the life that we've lived, and you know, stemming from our parents raising us right, and you know, God-fearing individuals, to where you maintain your testimony, I maintain mine, and just doing things in a certain way to where we're the type of individuals that respect others, that love others, that help others. And then now that we're at this point in our life, we receive so much love, respect, and help from people, to where, I mean, I literally, I'm like, shoot, we're gonna have everything we need and double, because the amount of stuff we've gotten is crazy. We haven't even had, you know, our baby shower yet.
Yeah, literally.
We're like stacked to a certain degree. So thank you, you know, to everybody for that stuff, because it's just unbelievable. And that really is, it just, you gotta trust God. That's all I can say. You know, I definitely we're gonna take this guy out, and if we come back to like record the second part, there's so much more that we could talk about. But you know, marriage has been a roller coaster per se.
But it's a fun adventure.
It is for the fun. For the guys, it's like, if you want to step into this to this realm, to this chapter of life, be willing to sacrifice yourself each and every day. Be willing to problem solve. Be willing to, you know, get things done, because it's a huge responsibility. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. If you ain't got money to pay somebody to do it, you better know somebody that does, or you better know how to figure it out, because that's your three options. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Luckily, I got people around me. You know, my dad coming to help as often as he can. My uncle helping me with cars whenever he can. My mom helping organize, putting things away whenever she can. And you know, we have people around us that are very resourceful. But you know, some things that I gotta figure out. You know, you're gonna get to a certain point where you gotta figure it out. And so just know that it ain't all sunshine and rainbows, okay? Especially now we got this dog. Don't get a dog.
Get a dog.
Don't get
They're
a dog.
I
get
love
a
Chico.
Dog. I love him.
Get a dog.
You might as well go get him. We could show him.
Let's go show him to the people.
I'm gonna stay here and talk to them. You go get him, and I'm gonna sit here and rant about Chico while she goes gets him. He's a great dog. Don't get me wrong. And how we got him, if you know me, you know my guy Hector. Hector is a great individual, and he, by the grace of God, is changing his life. He's turning around. God has given him strength, the capacity to improve upon himself. And basically, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying this, he would have to go on to serve some time. He did a lot of bad things in his past, and he willingly is serving his time so that way he can be, you know, with his children. And he has his little dog, Chico, and he needed somebody to adopt him because he didn't know how long he was going to be away for. So we spontaneously, a month and a week ago, adopted Chico. And he's a little pit boxer mix. He's very cute. He pees everywhere. And the puppy blues hit me like extremely hard. I didn't know the puppy blues were a thing. The second day, when I tell you, I was just standing in the shower with my head down, and I was just like, bro, what am I doing? And Mariah sees how stressed out I was. This guy had me stressed because the first night we tried to keep him in the cage in the sala, and he would not shut up. He just yep. You hear him upstairs during this, it was like 10 times worse. He's like getting better. He has to be. We learned that they're like essentially a Velcro dog, that they need to be with the people, like their people, to feel safe. So we put him in the room with us. I put the cage next to me on the bed, and I had to hold my hand down at the cage for him to just not want to make any noise. Second night, I was just stressed because now I'm having to get up in the middle of the night multiple times. It was stressing me out. But, it's good training for when Sally gets here, because I got to be willing. You got to be willing to do that type of stuff. And if you have a dog now, then you get it. If you don't, then I would get one. That's a good... I would recommend that if you just get married. It's a good joint responsibility, caring for something that is living prior to a kid. But it is definitely not for the weak. I can hear them through this. You could probably hear them. They'll be here in a second. But yeah, I know it was something. She always wanted a dog, so it was something that I had to. I was the no dog person. I was kind of allergic to dogs and their hair, but I think I've gotten acclimated. Y aquí el nene llegó, and he's so excited, and he's everywhere. Oh my gosh, look at him. If you're just listening, just know that there's a whole buttload of cuteness that just entered. Do not let him off. There he is. If you're just listening.
Ew.
No, oh Miguel, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, this just got hectic. Any last things you want to say?
Man, here, go to your dad.
Here, yeah, Chico, come here. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on.
Hey, last minute things. Yes, like you said, being dependent on God is just key. I think in life in general, but especially going into marriage, and going into parenthood. If you're not dependent on God, then you're going to lose your mind. And that sounds crazy, but it's just without God. This is too cute. Without God, I know that we would be nothing. And yeah, that's my final regards.
Okay. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know who's going to be on the pod next week, but I love you guys. Thanks. Cue the music. This mic keeps cutting in and out. This is so hectic. He's grabbing something.
Come.
No.